Roberts. I think it's a French film.
Guy Robers. It's Guy Robert's relative who moved to Georgia.
Mueller.
One of these things is not like the others.
Rosanna Yanni.
This must be when Glidden came out with their new cosmetics line.
Ennio Micciotoni, Ennio Morricone's less famous cousin.
You think they gave the picture to the cameraman and just said, shoot this from every angle?
Make sure you captures the painting's good side.
It's a two-dimensional. I said make sure to capture the painting's good side. Fulvio Testi. I'm sure he wasn't teased in grade school at all.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm sure that in Italian that means something like full of testicles or something.
Yes, full of testicles. Where'd the rest of her go?
Who's singing the intro? Is it some like Shirley Bassey and she owed money to the mob or something?
I just think it's great that the band from Manos, the Hands of Fate is working again.
I think it could just be one guy going, okay, harpsichord, bongo, bass.
He's got like a black turtleneck on and a beret.
It's a one-man band.
Let's make something that sounds
She's in a wedding dress.
Something that's so of its time you can never watch it any other time and think that it's not from the past.
Oh, maybe it's going to turn into a Clouseau movie.
Oh, they've got plaque buildup.
Ah.
Hey, Doc, let's try to keep the ash off the test slides this
What is
time.
it, Nurse Cowface?
It's your fiance.
Sorry, that's not nice.
Hey,
Doctor-
Dr. Albert. How long will be a moment?
Yeah, whatever you say, Dr. Huge Large.
But he got a close-up. He didn't get a line, but that guy got a close-up.
Listen, I want to tell you about something fantastic that happened to me.
Well, hello to you, too.
Can you come to Coma's Club?
No.
This better not be a Ponzi scheme.
What do you both know about me?
What?
What did she say?
Almost
The carpet matches the drapes.
And the
Tiki Idol in the background there from the Brady Bunch in his first film appearance.
Is that enough?
No, that's not enough. There's something much more important you have to know.
I'm a man.
Much more important than 70s wood paneling?
Okay, my parents hate you. Is that what you wanted to hear?
And I'm the owner of a castle.
And you start the day with cognac.
Ooh,
Such
Here.
wit.
read that.
And I was the king of a castle in Scotland for a day, but you don't see me bragging about
No
it.
kidding.
He's the executor of my mother's will.
That hair looks bulletproof.
If I put these glasses on,
Yes, it
I
probably
can make
was.
it look like
My
a read.
dear niece, I am pleased to inform
I've got the frames. I'm
you
saving
that
up for
you
the
have
lenses.
Now the right to everything.
It's an Italian film. It's his first time reading English.
This guy was a doctor.
Decipher it.
Doctor,
My
give me the news. A little
Dear
faster.
not night
That's
niece.
enough, darling.
My God, I'm a doctor, and even to me, this man's handwriting is horrible.
I'm now the owner of a castle and a title.
Hey, Piero, you're going to marry a countess.
Look, maybe it's. Well, it sounds like a practical joke.
Not a funny one.
It's just something I never told you about.
She drinking phlegm?
So ridiculous, but I did know that my mother.
Can you believe this all came off of my radiator?
It's a Mosneesto.
Was it your father who told you that?
I'm working on some prison wine.
He never liked to talk about.
How's
my
this
mother.
batch of Pruno?
They separated a few months after I was born.
All right, countess. What are you going to do now?
I hate this guy already.
I'm going
Well,
to
I'm-
kick you in the dick if you do that again.
I'm going to tell you the thing that you didn't want to hear, that you are the comic relief.
Hey!
Well, if you're comic relief, you get the Beatles jacket, so...
What are you going to do now?
You win some, you lose some, I guess.
Where?
To collect the castle and all the rest of it.
Just
You know,
about
all the rest of the
our
castle.
wedding
The things.
in 2 weeks.
Oh,
You know,
They
with
got the-
castles, servants,
The
people.
buttresses, ramparts.
The moat.
church. I've got
Can't
enough
forget the
time to
moat.
go sign the necessary documents.
See if the rampart goes
Have
into
a
my moat.
drink and still be back in time to try on my wedding dress.
Did her mojito get bigger when we weren't looking?
I don't know. Continuity.
Is that even an airline Pan Am anymore? Pano Ammo.
I was really worried they were going to walk there, but thank goodness they took a plane.
You know,
How do you know?
we're actually going to get to see the whole flight from this perspective because they keep on this plane the whole way there.
Back then, they actually called them stewardesses, right?
Meanwhile, in the medieval period, a bus shows up.
With bongo music in the background.
Meanwhile,
Oh, some guy just took his
Jeez.
microbus and converted it for 12 people.
Get the same public utilities on the roads as they do in Minneapolis.
Pilgrim, businessman, main character,
Brown.
Pilgrim.
hey, it's
Extra.
Don Quixote.
So everyone has to wear brown but her?
Would you like to sample our Bavarian goods?
The best little whorehouse in Belgravia.
Ugh.
Welcome to Waldron. Would you like a drink?
Yes, a whiskey, please.
Sorry, no whiskey. Only cherry brandy, vodka, Tokay wine, and some excellent beer.
Oh my.
And
A
Schlitz.
beer is good.
That's
Is Hams
why I always
okay?
say, nothing better than beer to wash away the dust flying around our old roads.
You
No,
know,
one
that
is
old
enough
bit.
at the moment.
You know what they say, one for you, one for me.
I was going to say, she just brought the other waitress a beer.
Long life.
Long life.
That's
Yeah.
probably her, like, union break.
Yeah.
That's her pay for the week.
Yeah.
They look like old high school friends who really don't know how to reconnect.
How I'd love to see Rome.
They do.
The sexual tension in this scene is off the
No.
charts.
No, she can't.
Just kiss
She can't
already.
make a trip like that all alone.
Why? Is she ill?
Oh, I don't know.
Is she,
Weaker and weaker.
You know, I had an aunt who was,
I've heard
No one
that's
finishes
fatal.
their sentences in this movie.
Are you
Or their
ill?
beers, apparently.
Yeah, right?
No,
Well,
just
she is
for a
working.
week.
Don't expect all the comforts you find in Rome.
Electricity,
Relax, what are
beds.
you doing?
Running water,
Put the ladies' suitcase in the
lavatories.
front room.
I'm the funny one.
Oh, don't bother. I'm not staying here.
Where do you plan to stay then?
At the castle.
In the
I'm
gutter.
one of the family.
the family.
Witch!
She's a witch! She's a witch!
You know, that dramatic sting made me think something might be up, guys.
Miss
Did I
Sylvia
fart?
Laurel.
That's my name, Sylvia Laurel.
I'm probably a professional wrestler.
The Count is expecting you.
1, 2, 3 orange jumpsuits.
Oh, to be the main character in an Italian vampire movie.
Meanwhile, in
Where a-
Transylvania.
Wear an orange sherbet cape.
Oh, good. I was hoping it wouldn't be too ostentatious and gaudy.
I can really see myself brooding here.
Some shutters would really spice it up.
I think I'll burn some people over there and hang a few up over there.
This is where I'm going to put dead bodies on stakes for a nice accent piece.
I'd like a nice bath in the blood of virgins before we go any further.
Do we have a separate tub for that? Do I have to use the normal one?
And does the bongo music follow us everywhere, even though we're in Romania?
It's the curse of the family.
Sounds like a 1950s
Yeah.
roller rink.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, dude, if you think you're expecting a tip after you ran over that old lady, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, a promotion.
Say what you want. Nothing beats a good Fu Manchu mustache. His is nice, too. Oh, how creepy and sinister with...
It could use a light dusting.
The piano needs tuning.
I think that's him just moving the piano across the floor. Oh, wow. Pardon me, mistress.
Where is my uncle?
The Count Miss Morel.
What is she
Never
saying?
appears at this early
I
hour.
don't know.
Where is mine?
Upstairs, please.
Upstairs down there.
Please, I'll take you to the buttress.
Take you to the buttress. Show you all the ramparts. All right, so is that the vampire?
All
No.
the doors are giant Hershey bars.
Oh, well.
Please, this is a European country. It's a Kinder chocolate bar.
She is already trying to figure out how to flip this castle.
So he's downstairs, upstairs. Bow chicka wow wow.
Look at that high-waisted pant
Yeah,
line.
hope his knees are good. He's going to be down there a while. These are 70s undergarments we're talking about.
They're flame retardant to combat the hairspray.
You used to do that to me.
I was just making sure she got in okay.
What?
I dropped
What?
it.
Please don't tell Dad.
So they're in a castle, is that?
I think they might be in a castle.
But are they in a castle?
3 hours later.
If only we knew the time.
And then the camera turned really
All right.
slowly.
No, this is good. We saw the niece, now we're going to see the vampire. It's going to be really scary. It's going to be
Horrifying.
pale and fangs and blood dripping from his... Oh, boy, here we go. It's like...
Bony fingers.
The horror.
Okay.
Nice manicure.
And... What? Is the vampire behind that guy?
Is he afraid to come out? They're
It's
coming.
past my bedtime.
Nothing screams horror like goatee.
I just realized that archway, pretty sure those lines are just painted on. Meanwhile, in Sweden...
My dear Sylvia,
Vincent half price.
so sorry it's a very cold night.
That's why it's that size.
What an extremely handsome
I could
uncle.
hunt elk with my nipples.
Why have you been silent for so many years?
It never seemed to be the right moment.
I was waiting for you to be
I
18.
could never
It
imagine
took forever
my
for you to
family
curl
on-
your hair.
No kidding.
Your ignorance is not my fault. Your father did take you away from us. That fool.
My father is dead.
I know.
I killed
Did
him.
he ever
I
talk
wouldn't
to you
say
about
it if he
your grandmother?
would.
It's not my father is a saint or my father was a great man. My father is
Not
dead.
about my mother. When I asked him, he became very angry. And then, of course, he drank much too much.
Cyanide.
Much too much.
Come with me.
He called her a witch, I believe.
Yikes.
Hey, look, in this version, the painting has clothes on.
Loretta Lynn?
One could almost say that.
It's your grandmother, Malenka. And you're the
Malenka
image
Trump.
of her, Sylvia.
She looks like a
Same
slut.
beauty born in mystery.
No, she's not.
I hope I haven't shocked you.
No, I don't think you have electricity.
You could, like, insulate pipe with that hairdo. I
No
mean,
kidding.
So guys, we have this old like parade armor. Where should we put it? Like, you know, the armory or like, you know, up in some like artist
Dining
room? No, dining room.
Dining room.
Totally dining room.
At least tell me how my mother died.
At least tell me if this is the hand washing soup.
Actually, I think it's just Tang in a bowl.
Where is she buried?
Here's your bowl of raw eggs.
Yes.
Da, 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 da,
I
da,
beat
da,
them
da,
just
da,
the way your grandmother
In the
enjoyed.
castle crypt.
You know, there's been some fey vampires.
Where's your tomb? Please.
This must have been where like the Twilight line started.
Come
He's
with
like a descent. He's like an ancestor of Edward Cullen.
There you go.
Oh please, he has much too much personality.
It's amazing how much light they get into a scene with just 16 candles.
I love
Makes
this
a
movie.
lovely light.
This is back in the day where a woman couldn't go anywhere unless a man was physically guiding her.
No, it's a stair, honey. You put one foot in front of the other, and then well.
Please, my niece, ignore the fetish items festooning my crypt area.
The crypt area.
Jeez. Guy took over an unused subway system to build his dungeon.
I think I remember this scene from Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, this is actually the old sewer. You're wearing your gaiters, right?
We were going to do this all in sheetrock, but
We just could not find any, how you say, wood paneling for this basement.
So,
always keep
is it the
this up?
horse-faced woman or the big
Yes.
guy that has to come down here and
In
light all the
memory and
candles every
respect.
damn night?
Because veneration of the dead indicates our preoccupation with the living.
Yeah.
That important one.
Makes total sense. I'll keep following you.
They are your own family.
they probably blew a third of their wardrobe budget on that dress.
Antoine Latwood,
Good.
naval officer.
It's the best thing in the movie so far.
1840.
I think that will continue to be true
A
through
very
most of the
famous
film.
ancestor of yours. He was an officer in Napoleon's army.
Guy has a load-bearing goatee.
On the retreat from Moscow, he arrived here.
What part of it would fall down if we just took it off?
His whole face would just
He
collapse.
was the second husband.
So her curls are held together with hairspray, and his hair hasn't moved since he showed up, so I feel like there's a lot of gel going on.
Yeah.
We hope it.
That's what they did with all the egg whites, and then served them the egg yolks in a bowl.
She really died
Wish this movie would gel.
and is resting forever in silence.
Oh, you know, because resting in
I
silence
don't
is.
understand. You mean that...
Is that her boobies right there?
If she gets any closer to that lamp, she's gonna go up and.
Boom.
It's a big problem back then with Italian movies. Actresses going boom.
She's actually the third vampire's niece that they went through. The reshoots were atrocious.
Is this mother's?
We buried him with his favorite inner tube.
Sonia Latour von Budruk.
Sounds Irish.
1944.
Faith and Begara, I'm Latour from Brudrick.
Oh,
Let me just-
just a graffiti in the whole place. Why
Yeah.
not?
Let me just deface this old sarcophagus
Kilroy
with
was
lipstick.
here.
She crips or bloods? What do you think?
Crips.
My father's name is important too.
You must never forget
Father's
that
name is
here
important
I make
too?
the decisions.
Important to
Our
who?
family name
It's
is
I
Twoo.
wanted
It's
to know
Twoo.
that I'm proud of being customary even though he was only a poor painter.
It's like a little Wolverine, that one. I like her.
Tasmanian devil.
With the curls and the feisty
You
attitude.
must be very tired. All of this has been enough for one day. Why don't you go to your room, my dear?
Are we supposed to ignore the fact that she could obviously just break him in half if she wanted to?
Right?
Just over her knee, just snap.
Torgo? Is that you out there lurking?
Gotta be Torgo.
Somebody fix that hinge.
Look, everyone, it's a motif.
Is that how everybody comes into this?
I think I'm
First,
gonna
I'll
do that
wrap
for
my
a while.
fingers around the door.
Not Torgo.
If I could turn back time.
Wow.
Dear Penthouse.
Who are you?
Dear Penthouse Forum, I have a question. How
Where did you
far can you cut a dress up before it becomes lingerie?
A long time ago.
Looks like they took the fabric from the chest and just put it on her head.
Do you live here with my uncle?
Do you really think he's your uncle? A man who is over 100 years old.
Oh man, the plot.
100?
So he's my
No,
granduncle?
really. You choose a time like 5 in the morning to come to my room to tell me such nonsense?
I mean, look at my hair.
Surely this could have waited till 9.
So angry with me. You have a temper. Just like your mother.
Did you know my mother?
She
No.
was very blonde.
Are they even talking to each other?
Very sad.
It's the rule of thirds.
Living in a place like this doesn't exactly make you want to go around singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Frankly, I'm just impressed they could afford 2 cameras.
What a burn.
That's
He
true.
would never allow me to get near her. At night, he would lock her in this very room.
Did she die here?
Yes,
Did she dye her hair?
He was never
Why does that matter at
able
5 in the
to
morning?
dominate her. Sonia remained his enemy to the very end.
Just like real marriage.
Would have been
Pretty much
different
describing.
if only he'd have allowed me
I love you,
to
honey.
be near her.
If only they had allowed a third in the
Why did he
bedroom.
lock her up?
He
I love
wants
vampire
you
exposition.
to do what Sonia
Whoa.
refused to do.
What are you
Brown
talking
chicken, brown
about?
cow.
That won't work.
Wow.
I'm a lady and you're a lady
You will
too.
know. Try not.
They're just
Well,
right there. Good lord.
She is almost out of uniform.
I'm here, so close to you.
Gravity is just a suggestion.
You must sleep, Celia.
I mean, I was doing that before you barged into my bedroom, but I guess I can go
Let me
back to
just-
sleep.
Let me just show you my neck real good.
Peacefully, Sylvia.
So she can
I'm
hypnotize?
Here with you. You're not frightened. Glinka will look after you.
Glinka?
Glinka?
loves,
Frau Glinka.
loves you very, very much. Sleep now, sleep,
Okay.
sleep.
I would if you would get away from me.
Boing.
I feel funny.
I told you not to do that.
Why is everyone coming in my room?
He didn't do it right. He's supposed to reach around the door and be all
Yes.
shaky.
I'm sorry, is my bedroom on the main thoroughfare? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I won't go near her again. I promise.
Now we get to hear domestic abuse from another room, too. It's like Ike and Tina Turner.
There's got to be a
I
better
can
word for it than domestic if you're in a castle.
Armament abuse? No.
Castellan?
I'm glad she's very slowly sneaking up.
Up the downstairs.
It's those darn staircases. You don't know if you're going up or down.
She's
It's
still
Hogwarts.
confused by them.
You know, I kind of feel bad for the woman who broke and entered into my bedroom and then started biting me weird. I kind of feel bad that she's being mistreated.
I can't tell if she was threatening me or coming on to me, and I really want to find out.
What the house
Oh.
from Beetlejuice?
Oh no, now it's completely dark.
There goes my damage deposit. God damn it.
Yeah, how's she ever going to get around without candles on these dark, foreboding
This is the
hallways?
weakest sounding whip I've ever heard in my life.
Well, consider who's wielding it.
Yeah, fair. I will strike you.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything.
Hey,
She was very kind to me.
If only I had a
Please
sword.
let her go.
She was very kind to you.
She was very kind to me, and I hadn't finished yet.
Ah, booga, 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 booga.
You heard her. I have to let you go.
Oh, do you? All right, anyone catch who this is?
Frau Glinka.
Glinka.
Frau Glinka?
See me this way.
Frau Glinka?
She'll always be afraid of me now. You shouldn't have.
It seems that I should tell her.
Now she'll
who you
never go
are.
to me with or go with me to the prom.
We would have been such a cute couple. It would have been really
Yes.
controversial.
Who
And
we are.
the church groups would have
And how
barred us, and then we
much
would have gone
she
anyway.
give to us.
Once again, the same castle. We have not changed castles. This has been a public announcement.
We go back
I'm in my
time.
sneaking dress.
And my sneaking hair.
First, I just have to set these in some hot rollers. And then I can get out of here.
Wait, is she escaping?
I don't know.
I think the orange pantsuit is your go-to for escaping.
It's much less conspicuous.
No kidding. Though if you're going to hitchhike, probably this one here.
Get a hitchhike. I think you steal Glinka's dress. My God.
No kidding. I'm outside now.
That poor theremin.
I'm going to only look in one direction until...
First 4 feet of freedom are good. Ah!
You who live here.
Oh, you were making that noise.
It's the bluest sky I've ever seen in the middle of the night.
Why do I wish to leave? Because I want to go to Rome, and I do want to see my fiancé.
Break off with him.
I don't wanna.
What part should I break
tell
off?
you I'm getting married?
You have a more important obligation. An obligation you owe because of your blood.
Look, I am not obligated to anything or anyone.
Or anyone.
I never really knew you until a few days ago. And believe me,
Could they not find an actress that can enunciate?
besides,
And look like that?
I'm
No.
allergic to
All right.
I just put Grinka
Time to tell
in
you
a blonde
about our
wig,
curious
honestly.
history. When you arrived, we talked about Malenka.
Tell me, what do you feel about the crushed
know how she
velvet?
died? At the
Is it a
stake,
too on the nose?
burned alive
My
in the
entire
village square.
wardrobe is crushed
The
velvet.
victim of a murderous, ignorant crowd.
This is actually an old Joker costume that my nephew wore for Halloween.
I just dyed it brown.
Accept the limitations of the last
Speaking of
century.
brown, we're in the past because it's sepia tone.
Okay.
She studied ancient Arabic philosophy.
Sepia or sepia?
She combined
I don't know.
black
It's
magic,
sepia seeps in.
She conducted strange experiments
And
in order to
orchestras.
prove
All
the
while I was
existence
trying to
of
take a
an
nap nearby.
transmutation of the spirit and of the body.
She was way too
Life
into vaping.
beyond death.
Had like
But her
3 or 4 of them
experiments
going at
terrified
once.
the ignorant.
She vaped before it was cool. The tobacco industry didn't like it, so they came to take her.
I imagine the tobacco industry looking basically like this, just a mob of people
Indeed.
with torches. Yeah.
And pilgrim hats.
Grr, we're Spanish pilgrims and we're kind of angry, sorta.
Got her monk's robe on for her chemistry.
We're taking this dress because it took us forever to figure out your fucking stairs.
And wander around this castle for an hour already.
Don't be so loud, we'll wake up your sleeping husband.
That's a great idea.
You know what would be a great prank is we burn the room down around this guy that's napping.
Yeah. How much luck are they going to have burning down a pile of rock?
Not to mention it was a chemistry lab. Do you really want to set that on fire?
Look, they're peasants. You have to give them some leeway with this kind of thing. They wouldn't know that you can't burn a castle.
This time in Italy, you could make a living as a peasant extra in a vampire movie. They made so many of them.
I have my own pitchfork.
They probably had their own union.
Yeah. The peasant union.
Hey
Peasant
guys,
union
I'd be really scared if he just opened his eyes. 'Cause
You would?
then it'd be like he wasn't. Oh God, he's opening his eyes.
When's the scary part start?
How is his mustache that straight out
I
from
was
his
gonna
face?
say, what is that made of? Hedgehog fur?
They
So
take a
if-
mascara brush and just fluff it out? What'd they do?
If I understand correctly, that's his wife. So he can't even be bothered to get up as she's burned at the stake.
I'll be honest, the pitchfork to torch ratio is a little off in this horde.
It was bad planning.
Randy back there brought a rake.
Yeah.
Who wears this?
There's always one rake in the mob.
I think
wears
Tim had a
this?
hoe there.
Who wears this striped pilgrim hat?
Oh, he's Gustav, the fun guy at the pub.
Oh.
It's the medieval equivalent of the lampshade on the head. Like,
Does everyone who bring a torch hope you're the one that gets to light the fire under the witch? Is that why you bring a torch? You're hoping, oh man, it's going to be my turn.
see, this is why you have to designate ahead of time who's going to bring what.
Yeah.
No, stop burning me. Don't.
Nothing says tension
Oh
like
my gosh.
complete ambivalence.
Also,
Oh, sorry, I'm allergic to bad acting.
yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, people, this time would we please wait for the guys to tie her to the stake before you set her on fire?
No, guys, I think we got enough fire in there. We're just gonna burn it out too quick. Then we'd have to do this all again. That'd be embarrassing.
So, death at the stake makes you sleepy.
Oh no, these flames are such a drag.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
She has her asbestos panties on tonight.
I'm really
A mild annoyance.
I'm really glad this scene is still going. We're gaining so much.
Well, we don't know how it's going to turn out.
Man, I really shouldn't have got that pedicure this morning.
Let's see what it sounds like to play every instrument at once.
Still with those damn bongos.
So she burned to death?
This is what Walt Disney would do with the actresses he didn't cast.
Line them up. Oh, it's her. Okay. I got it.
You know, guys, I think that might have been just her with the black wig.
No.
Her blood runs in your veins. You too.
For artistic integrity, you have to cast twins in the role.
That is why you must never marry.
Gary is a university graduate. He belongs to the modern generations.
And
And believe me, he's above all your superstitions. If I were to tell him that my great-grandmother was a witch, he would want to see the broom.
You should speak with more respect.
It was a very nice broom.
All right, dear uncle.
It was a hatchback four-door.
That's just a witch, just assuming she rode a broom.
Why?
She was searching for the secret of immortality.
And really fancy Hoover vacuums.
really fancy corsets. Check out that dress.
Yes, but not before she subjected her husband to certain experiments in necrobiology.
What?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah.
Plus, she'd hide the remote.
They were successful.
What? You mean to tell me that the ancestors are still alive?
Not exactly.
The who's are the
Belong to
what?
what we call
The
Nosferatu. In
Asmith?
other words,
Ansmith?
the non-dead.
My
See,
dear
undead was
uncle.
copyrighted, so we went with our own thing with non-dead.
Undead.
They had to dub her voice because her hair was going boing.
Monsters, babe.
Of course, you believe nothing of what I say.
No.
You with your slinky hair.
Why don't you believe my
Come with me.
strange story?
Where?
Downstairs. Come along.
What,
I
again?
don't want to see your
This is
downstairs.
ridiculous. I've already seen the tombs.
You haven't seen the inside of them.
Is it really necessary?
There's shag carpeting.
Look.
We have
let's
bumper
leave it
pool.
Another day. I'm not the cutest type.
No, you are the cutest type.
Real change.
It's always fun when there's a real change in the middle of a DVD.
I remember this the first time I saw this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Uncle, let's get out of here.
Hunger, let's get out of here.
Look at on
It's an
the
order.
crushed velvet.
Corinthian leather.
Like, I'm supposed to believe he can make her do anything she doesn't want to do.
Oh, it's quite nice, actually.
Oh, yeah. I just crawl out in there, have a little nap.
A little plasma screen in there.
Wrinkly.
Yeah.
But it's
Connect the Wi-Fi router.
It is?
It's empty? Oh no.
He's free. He wanders around looking for the essence he needs.
These
to
light fixtures are all
maintain
made
his
out of old
eternal
kitchen
existence.
utensils.
Where is he now?
Yeah, the iron worker kind of overdid
Yeah.
it on that candelabra in the background.
What? Where?
Here. Right here. Right beside you.
But
Right
To my
here.
left? Because you can't be a vampire.
When we met
He's
for the first
invisible?
time, and you kissed my cheek. The coldness you noticed was that of the tomb.
No.
I thought you just stood next to an AC.
You're just trying to frighten me.
I'm not going to jail for
You were
kissing a
born
corpse.
into this family. Never forget that. There is a marvelous world waiting for you. One that I'd like to place in your
And you'll
hands.
be...
A world where death does not exist.
And
Do you
crushed
understand
velvet is the
magnitude
fabric of the
what
day.
I am offering you.
Pure
Forget your
peasant
plan.
annihilation.
Write to him. And I promise that letter will reach him.
You know, some Brillo pads and
Right
some
to him.
WD-40 wouldn't go amiss on that wrought iron.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Although she's going pretty good. She just keeps nuzzling it like that. It'll
Yeah.
come clean.
She's gonna need a tetanus shot.
No kidding.
Yarrow,
Meanwhile,
I am
in
living in
Burbank.
Miami,
Cairo?
reality so distorted that I no longer know the difference.
Yeah.
I must tell you, dear Piero, that our engagement is definitely broken.
I had to put
Well.
on my reading glasses.
guess I'll move to New York and name myself Egon.
Wow. Back at the Legion of Doom.
So we now know the letter got to him, and he almost changed expression.
Oh man, how did they get there, guys? I really hope they flew with the Pan Am flights.
I really needed like a 5-minute still tracking shot of a plane to know how he got there.
People getting their free coffee en route.
This door looks
We'll
delicious.
soon know that, and if she wants to break it all off, and why. But without any pretense.
Why aren't you in frame?
That's the way to go. Don't get soft and start pleading with him. Be tough.
Yes, be
What do
tough.
you want?
We want to see Sylvia Morel.
Sylvia has given orders not to be disturbed.
I'm Piero Luciani, her fiancé.
Her orders were specific.
I just finished
And you're
getting,
pretty disturbing.
I just crocheted this vest. What do you think?
Trying to find some way to work Sylvia's
do
mother
now?
in there, you know?
How should I know? I'd like to break down that door.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a tough guy.
Say hello?
You could sharpen pool cues with that
Well, I
guy's
just won't be
nostrils,
put off
though.
that easy. Hello?
Come on, Piero. We got a Sears catalog from 1978 to shoot.
Are you letting the village
Let's
gossip
switch
get you
tops.
too? You read her letter. Wasn't it in her handwriting? And didn't she say she was through? Yes, but Sylvia being a countess has just gone to her head. You're not good enough for her.
I wish I
Oh,
could
he's
find a way to
steam
climb that
now,
door.
isn't
Speak
he?
to her for a minute.
Oh, I wish I could put my arms down in this suit.
She's in the second floor grotto.
Look at her bushy notch.
Nothing. Not even a sign of recognition.
Sylvia! It's me, Piero!
The tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Oh, hey, it's my fiancé.
This is too small for me. You try it on.
You should wear this dress tonight.
I hurted this doll.
I used to wear this with RuPaul. He did it better.
I lost a go-home competition. Go away till I'm in my cute dress.
We'll always have that
What's wrong
booze
with that?
club.
I told you. When she didn't have a penny to her name and modeled bathing suits, she was oh so sweet and affectionate. And now,
Affectionate?
there she is, a snobbish countess.
Holy.
You know, this is just
Excuse me,
the
Wrong enunciation there, almost.
Right?
Would you
the
mind
nerd in me, but I
telling the girls
absolutely have
about
seen exactly the two outfits those two are wearing in
But of course I
Gundam.
wouldn't. Who is
Okay.
I'm the girl. I seem to get weaker and weaker.
Case of beer. My ring says you're okay.
It's nothing to worry about.
Here, take some Vicodin. You'll walk it right off.
Let me just give you a pelvic exam
I've always been
first.
healthy.
And second. And
Let me give
third.
you a doctor's note for medical cocaine.
With a little rest, some vitamins and iron, you should be up and about very soon.
Wait a minute.
You're
Are you
hysterical.
sure?
Isn't that the leather jacket the other guy was wearing in the
Doctor.
previous scene?
I think it's the
set my
shirt
mind
too.
at ease.
I think they changed
Thank
shirts
you.
in the carriage ride
At
back
any
here.
rate,
Okay.
I think we'll keep the window closed.
The men are like
And
Ken
the string
dolls
of
in
garlic
this.
will prevent harm from coming in.
You believe placing a bunch of garlic keeps out evil, is that it?
I'd stay out, that's for sure.
Medical science says Wolfsbane does that.
Well, there's your Oscar clip.
Garlic tickles my nose. It makes me sneeze.
That's called being allergic.
Good night, Berta.
I
And
just went to
sleep
the
well.
hairdressers and said, give me the Tammy Wynette.
They did a nice job.
There, Wolf.
Try not to worry.
Ooh, what happened to her? Good night, round face. What? Never mind.
And weaker. More and more pale and worn. Well, you've seen her. Sometimes I think... well, there's been no apparent reason.
You people do have insurance, right? I don't work for free.
No kidding.
It's just that,
This is your
that
payment.
maybe someone
More
wants
egg
to
yolks?
harm Berta.
Egg yolks and bread.
I still don't understand.
Well, you know,
That's because you're
the
not
girls around there
really
eat egg yolks and bread and
There's
take a look.
something-
I mean,
Yeah, it
going
seems to
on
agree with
here.
them.
hard to argue with results.
something evil.
Would you mind
That's
telling
no
us
yolk.
both what on earth
Uh-huh.
has really
So
been
the
going
third
on?
waitress
Whatever
isn't
it
eating
is,
egg
it can
yolks,
be
then, is what you're
explained
saying.
logically.
It
She's
can,
strong,
Daddy.
and she's got a
You
great
better read
personality.
a certain book. It'll tell you about all the horrible things that happened here years ago.
Dianetics.
Trickle down
Here, this is
economics.
It tells of Malenka.
You made
Old
that in
Countess
third
Malenka
grade.
and her infernal
The
castle.
Necronomicon.
Oh man, I sure hope no one disturbs my restful sleep right now.
If I don't get a good 9 hours, my face gets really round.
Can't sleep with all this garlic in my room.
Is it weird that I go to bed fully maked up?
That's it?
Hello.
Wait. That's it? He walks in through the door? No bat outside the window, no mist under the cracks in the... Nothing? It's the lamest vampire. Hi.
A doctor has just been
That
stealing.
thing on the wall behind them is more
Sure.
terrifying than him.
It is. What is that?
I think it's Medusa.
It was I.
Porky Pig as the Pope.
It's a 3D sculpture of an actual vampire coming through the window?
Porky Pope.
Please,
Porky Pope?
you mustn't let anything happen to her.
No guarantees.
I might want a snack later.
Who's biting who?
I'll be your doctor.
Boom.
Time for some sexual healing.
This is where he really has to act, where he pretends that he's attracted to women.
Ew, ew,
Oh.
ew. Oh God, ew.
Could you just splash some Worcestershire sauce on there or something?
Mind if I call you
You
Terry?
can't imagine the kind of peculiar
Did you
nonsense
just
this
poke me in the ass?
Look, friend,
Again?
tell me about it in the morning.
You've already done it tonight.
I
Go
said I
to
was going to
bed.
do it one time, and that was it.
Abnormal about all this.
Abnormal.
Something.
Abby something.
In the village of Waldrook, they talk only about vampires, about the dead leaving their graves.
You steal my sleeping cap?
Wooden stakes through dead men's hearts.
Will you please shut up, Piero?
You really should have a
How'll I
sleeping
get
cap.
any
You're
rest
right.
If you go on talking like that.
I'd call it a case of
Italian Bert and
And
Ernie.
you're a case for psychosis.
Right?
I just want to go to
How do I
sleep.
hear about vampires, Bert?
Oh,
Bert, you're scaring me, Bert. Go to bed.
My doubts about that.
Even his PJs have turtlenecks. Oh God!
Okay.
The horror.
Now I know why they didn't have the bat outside the window before.
Bat technology is just beyond them.
They had to wait for the Halloween props to come into the five
That
and
poor
dime.
thing.
what's the matter?
That poor
Class
thing
of
had a stroke.
First graders made that.
Oh, jeez.
They're always the same. If I talk about bats, you dream about bats.
Yeah.
Or whatever that thing was.
If I tell you to accompany me to a foreign country and sleep in the same room as me, you do that.
If I tell you to switch clothes with me in the carriage, you do that.
About gorgeous chicks.
Gorgeous chicks.
Oh, what now?
Now they know.
Gorgeous
Doctor,
chicks.
Please. It's my sister.
Doctor, please, my top, it's falling.
Should be put on
An
my
economics question. Can you really afford a nightgown that nice if you just 10 bar and like a roads?
Scooby Doo.
There, Wolf.
Shut up, you mutt.
Let me just touch the thing I know I'm allergic to.
Yes.
While I put on a kimono in Central
I don't
Europe for
understand.
some reason.
Yeah, I like it.
She was anemic and weak, yes.
It's like he raided Bob Guccione's vacation closet.
I
Back in
know,
those days, Bob
But
Guccione had like stores in
neither you
airports.
nor your scientific knowledge could do anything about this. It was
I
beyond
thought her
your
hair
power.
would protect her.
You know, they
There's
told me
only
this
one
sign
thing
on my
left to do now,
kimono
try
means
the wooden
strong
stake
man, but I
through
think
our
it just means gay.
What a monster.
That or soup.
That's what I beg you to do for her.
That's a superstition.
Haven't you read the book?
Yeah, it's an okay station at best.
That's
Yes,
a superstition.
but I am a doctor. I can't acknowledge the existence of such superstitions.
If I do, they take away my doctor
Freya,
thingy.
What does the local
They just
doctor
frighten
think
me,
about
okay?
all this?
My doctor thingy, what do you call it? Stethoscope.
Yeah. Or license. I can't remember.
Dr. Horbiger.
Dr. Horbaker.
Dr. Hormaker?
Hormaker, Horbanger.
Hubba
Think or say anything. What can I say?
Walt Disney's really let himself go.
Diabetes.
Apparently, there have been many cases, just like this one.
Have some more, Dr. Hormaker.
Well,
Don't mind if I do. I'll help myself to this furniture polish.
Right?
as theme.
Barkeeper's friend, more like my friend.
He cuts it with a little fruit juice.
Anemia. Exhaustion.
Fruit juice is beer in this country.
Dr. Horbiger.
Or bigger.
Or bigger, okay.
Say his name again. I need to laugh again.
Are you entirely sure of your diagnoses?
Sploosh.
What do you see on the girl's throat?
Herpes.
It looks like 2 pinpricks with a slight inflammation.
It's a
This
big
looks like
pin.
2 big pricks with bad hair.
Pinpricks were the cause of her death.
An animal bite.
Average pricks at best.
Do you think if I dye my hair but not my mustache, it'll look weird?
An insatiable bloodsucker.
Well, hey man, we
You
call
don't
those
believe in
leeches.
vampires, do you?
Say what you want. I think this movie took off when Hormaker
No.
showed up.
I don't believe in vampires. But then how can you explain this?
Big spiders.
Working in tandem.
My dear,
Microwaves.
perhaps
You know what? I think
Radar.
he went to England once, and now he just wears that scarf every day.
Certainly, Doctor.
That's when he peaked.
Yeah.
Max, wait here a moment, will you?
Alone with her?
Momo?
Go what?
87 takes for that one.
Me? Alone with her? Jerry? Really?
Oh.
Man, if only there was some garlic I could rub my face on.
Damn dog. Scared me to death.
I should call you Scrappy Doo because I do not like you.
The guy's already got a vampire's accent.
It's alive. It's alive.
I remember this from Kill Bill.
Manicure joke. Sorry, guys. We had to break for cake.
Cake break.
Cake break.
Harry, call the cops and tell them to shut that dog up.
Morning mouth.
I have a hard time
Silent but
thinking your
deadly.
fangs would grow that fast. I think you'd have to be like in the ground for a while.
It's like fingernails. They just keep growing after you die.
Okay. So he's terrified of the supernatural, but he doesn't recognize when a vampire is looking at him.
If I can't see it, it can't hurt me.
Maybe he was just checking out below the waist.
And then he went, ew. Speedy pallbearers will get you buried in record time. Move it.
Yeah.
That just smooth right there and just
Get
let
that smooth down.
And
All
you're
right.
going to want to make sure you use a 3/4 inch trowel with your grout.
I don't know. I wanted to chuck a couple of biscuits in there.
Let's go see how Norm's doing with that kitchen.
The real main character's back. Not him.
Jeez.
I don't need you tonight.
This is my spring
Mind
weight
your own
turtleneck.
studies. Don't come out whatever you hear. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you're really worried about that guy's opinion.
His safe word, just keep going.
Perfect.
Do you like my
Mistress,
belted
you are
tunic?
Malenka. She would have liked to witness our ritual ceremony. Afterwards, my dear Sylvia, you will be young for all eternity.
Trivial Pursuit and ice cream cake.
And we'll have so many pauses.
How do you feel about 200 years of Scrabble? Ow.
You.
Which way is the safe way to do this again? I forget.
He didn't actually cut himself, but the actor still fainted like 3 times trying to get this shot.
I can't help it, Director. I faint at the sight of fake blood.
It hasn't been chilled.
Drink it, dude.
Drink it. It's red food coloring and corn syrup. It's fine.
Everyone knows it needs to age at least 2 years.
Somebody's tickling my bell. I have to go.
I have a customer.
The front door is tinkling. Hi.
In a big house like that, it would be a gong or something.
Yeah.
Hi, my car broke down a few miles back. Could I come in?
I couldn't help but play with your ding-a-ling, sir.
But you promised to take me with you.
But not
Where?
tonight. I've got to finish something very important.
That's just an excuse.
It's the Robert Jordan
Did you
Wheel
see
of
that?
Time
She was thinking
series.
about it for a second. She was looking at the cup going, should I?
This cup brought to you by Party City.
How'd you like to look like that and still have the second biggest boobs in a movie?
Don't insist, Bertha.
Third?
You must obey me.
Second.
I'll call you.
But when?
They
Well, we can-
always
Very
say
soon.
that.
No
Perhaps
kidding.
tomorrow.
At least we can all agree he has the worst boobs in the movie.
Yes, he does. Absolutely.
Torgo beats him by a country mile.
Sylvia!
Okay.
Speaking of Torio,
Rex, we're pretty sure if you take the stairs 2 at a time, you'll look a little more virile. Not saying you'll look virile per se.
Sylvia!
Yes, Mickey.
Ooh, I think you got a threefer in there at some point.
Wow, boy. Up the stairs, down the
You
stairs.
can't get me. I locked the chocolate.
His arms don't move when he runs. Like Tina Belcher.
Let me in.
did you guys
So-
notice the mirror placed right by her butt?
Open up!
That's not on accident.
Don't you hear me?
Okay, so
I can't hear you. The chocolate's soundproof.
let's see.
Sylvia!
Crosses, sunlight, and a door made out of chocolate. That's what keeps
That'll
vampires
thwart
at bay.
vampires.
A locked door in your own castle that you have a key for somewhere. Down here, past the 6 torches in a row.
How many torches would look too much?
I think they found out.
Should we stagger these torches or put them all in a line?
You know, if I had that much of a torture dungeon, I would just need to have a victim all the time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, just
Like, you'd have to just hire someone at the very least, right?
Yeah.
Just going to waste otherwise, you know.
You get a chance.
But where could I go?
Oh, good,
I
a
don't
soliloquy.
Anywhere
Where
far away
will
from
I
here
go?
where the monster can't find you.
Who will I be?
I'm no different than Count Waldrook.
Oh, I'd say
But
you're
you
different in a
won't.
couple of
Find a
places.
solution and a way to escape.
But how?
Yet standing next to Anita, she looks really
To the
pale.
right of the tombs, there's a tunnel.
I won't forget you, Blink.
There's a tunnel.
Glad we got that establishing
Okay.
shot of the hallway that we've seen.
The
we didn't know.
side of the hallway.
Oh, what a nice selection of whips he has here.
Okay, I gotta know. Are torches really an effective way to light a space?
How long do those torches last?
No kidding. Well, that was terrifying.
I started to learn the whip when I found out my grandfather was killed by someone named Belmont.
Something better jump out at her. I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Can we get a third cut back? Nope, just
There's
a
your
music
Tina-
stab while she's running.
There's your Tina Belcher run right there.
Yeah, right.
Lady, if you whip those curls around anymore, you're going to get whiplash.
Arms back, boobs out. She's locked up.
That explains the bad writing of this. It's just one of Tina Belcher's bad fan slash fics.
Erotic friend fic.
Yeah, erotic friend fics.
What? Okay, so what? She wasn't locked in by the supernatural?
No, that coffin just had really bad IBS.
He was doing a ventriloquist act.
What is sticking out from the wall there?
Looks like the Virgin Mary.
With a... Never mind.
These are the flimsiest metal gates I've ever seen. They've all shook when she's moved by them.
Hey, I could use a couple of beers right
Do you
now.
remember me? I'm Berta. I used to work at the inn.
I never remember other women.
I thought your name was Beer.
We used to drink together, remember?
I like the night.
I like to boogie.
Cool.
In the disco of life.
You shouldn't be out this late.
Nothing can happen to me anymore. Don't you know that?
Not even an audit.
Good fangs, though. I'll say that about this movie. They got good fangs. All right. The main vampire is now the third most dangerous vampire in this movie.
Why are you running away?
Because you have big teeth.
Oh, she
They were
almost
less-
caught her.
There was less cat and mouse and more just prancing.
Aren't vampires supposed to have, like, powers?
Superhuman strength.
The ones in this movie can't even get through a door, so I'm going with no.
Running is not.
Okay, well,
Something's up.
No,
something's out.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
Hey.
Someone who wants a drink.
Or my sister.
Or the UPS man. I'm expecting a package.
When Amazon says overnight delivery, they mean it. I'm not going to make this man a liar.
Yes.
Okay, and that means she just outran a vampire.
Believe my eyes.
For long enough for them to think about letting her in.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Lucretia Borgia.
Lactitia. Had to look her up. Didn't know who that was.
Berta,
Lucretia
what are you
Borgia?
talking
Yeah.
about?
Historical figure.
Berta, the waiters that works here.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm out of breath from outrunning my uncle's whore.
That's impossible. Berta is dead.
It's not easy to learn when you
Her
lead with
funeral
those.
took place this afternoon.
But I spoke to her. She ran after me.
She gave up.
And
but,
she
you
got
know.
lost somehow.
You don't believe me, do you?
Well,
You
you,
think I'm going mad?
you're wearing an old 14th century
So,
dress and talking
you're
about
just
corpses
exhausted.
walking, honey.
You'd better get some rest. I'll give you something to make you sleep.
Yeah.
And
A
tomorrow...
little preview of your marriage. there.
Yeah, right.
Here's an opium pipe. It should help you sleep.
Ah, the leather jacket did it all along.
Thanks for pouring my favorite furniture polish.
I switched the scarf today, could you tell?
Could leave.
Oh, you're right, you
really
did.
Very lucky. You could leave too, you know. All you have to do is make up your mind.
And maybe
And
change
what
your
about
name,
these
Dr.
poor
Hormaker.
people?
Yeah, that won't fly in other countries. I hate to break it to you,
I'll
bud.
stay and do what I can.
You
Not
know
if you're
what
going to
you
work in
should,
medicine.
you should always have in a castle
What's that?
There's a cuckoo clock and a picture of another castle.
Epidemics of measles or flu.
It's touristy.
Cold. That's your life. Ours is elsewhere.
They're just doing it to be ironic.
You know what Sylvia told us yesterday?
That you smell funny.
You won't believe it. She said she saw Berta.
I was afraid of that.
My deodorant ran out.
Buried her in the old way.
What?
What happened?
Were we supposed to have heard that?
Yeah.
I want to know what triggered that. Old or way or old way.
I got a job as the St. Pauli girl.
I start out here. It's kind of like the minor leagues.
Something much more terrible than death.
Yeah, you guys need to pay more to keep having your nerd club here.
How did that outfit erase her boobs?
But if all
I don't know.
Is true, then I feel that I'm responsible
Vertical
for
stripes, I
whatever
guess, huh?
happened to Berta.
Gravity.
Bringing me
We don't
down.
have much time.
Production only had money for 2 bras. They just traded them
What do we do
around.
to end all this nonsense?
And I believe Dr. Hormaker is wearing one of them right now.
Yes.
Through her heart.
Does
Thank
he
you.
keep loose change under his eyes? Holy. Oh.
Frau Berta.
Casting directors. Okay, we can't afford Salvador Dali, but can we come close to Salvador Dali?
Salvador Dali.
Now, boys, is this your
Zing.
first grave pillaging? It's all in the back.
What are you doing?
Hold my anal beads.
Just a protection against the forces of evil.
You hold on to this end, and when I tell you, give him a good hard tug.
What's so funny?
I just happened to think about discussing all this vampire stuff when we get back to Rome.
Hush.
Oh, yeah. You were going to do the digging.
Eating coconuts?
Sure. He was going to do the digging.
As you wish, Doctor. However, once she gets
Twist my arm.
out of the tomb,
Somebody playing a
almost
saw in the
impossible.
I
background.
know, right? Haunted theremin.
all right. You can wait in that
Well, fuck my wide shovel, I guess.
Come on, follow me.
Action-packed, this scene. There's a shovel throwing. There's a bead rattling.
Watch the grave.
This is Columbo after he retired to Rome.
And that's her sex shot right there.
That's where she got hired.
Open it,
Yeah.
God.
That's where her boobs went.
I
To
said
her.
open it.
All the other girls got one. I want one too. Okay.
All right.
It's a hell of a thing to list in your IMDb page, but all right.
I understand, Helga.
They did shoot a lot of this movie from balconies. I noticed that.
It's hard to get a good down shirt unless you're above them.
That's it. Yeah, what's the
Do you
sense?
think I should ask who they are before I open the door? I guess it's too late now.
Yeah, peephole. How many lives
can't
could be
believe-
spared?
I said, where is she?
I cannot believe you opened that. My goodness.
Tell me.
I don't know a she, but I know a nobody.
Where's his other hand?
Your breath stinks.
Better tell me.
If I could save her, but then I'd get more hours.
I'll be
man.
back for karaoke night.
Visible panty line.
Actually, I think he fixed my cervical vertebrae.
Can't believe you gave up that quick.
There's a lot of fresh graves in their cemetery.
How about giving me a drink?
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa, whoa.
hey.
Hang it.
Whoa, whoa.
Leave the man's jug alone there.
Holy water.
Never touch another man's wineskin without asking.
Now slowly the fingers are gonna curl, right?
Finally.
I love the feeling of dirt. Yes.
Looks like weed.
It was cheaper back then.
Look at all this shake, man.
Does he have a third hand lifting
right?
that?
You know, they wouldn't have this problem if they didn't seal their graves with styrofoam. I got a question.
All right, now we'll take the hand grenade and throw it.
Wasn't she the one chasing the other girl who ended up at the...
Yeah.
Okay, so how'd she end up in the grave?
Because she died.
He's
but
doing
she-
tight.
She wasn't... Good plan, Grandpa.
This'll get him.
No, let him go to his death.
We were wise to hitch our wagon to that star.
In the name of the House of Horrormaker.
Oh, I can't believe this didn't go my way.
Still in all, it's her first night as a vampire, which means that's her first kill.
You better get out of here.
What a sweet way to go, though.
Are you all right?
Why'd you stop her?
Don't worry about me. Go after her.
We must be quick. Vampires frighten easily, but return in greater numbers.
It's the closest I've been to second base since the war.
Kidnap Miss Morel.
One crisis after another. Do you think we should go to the castle?
Don't
No, I think we should go home.
Well,
It's, whatever we do, let's talk about it for half an hour first.
It's useless trying to dissuade you or to warn you about the intelligence of all vampires or about their evil powers.
I've got to save her.
Your hat smells.
In spite
Take
of all
it.
your warnings.
I've got no idea what's going on. Oh, good. We're back at the castle.
Lost.
Okay.
It's
Did we leave
daytime
the
again.
castle? I don't know.
Man, I love that they keep that.
a startling likeness.
You mean that isn't Sylvia?
No, that's my wife.
Your fiance is
She died
blonde.
in this castle in
She's blonde.
1835. That's more than 100 years ago, if I know how to add.
If what you say is
The human
true, she
abacus,
was-
Oh,
ladies and
boy.
gentlemen.
Over 150 years old.
But that's quite impossible.
150 and a half.
If you want to see Sylvia, she's in
Faye
the room.
Vampire was so pissed when he
May.
saw the film and realized that Dr. Horrormaker's just stealing every scene he's in.
Look at that collar.
Is anything the matter, Doctor?
Oh, no.
You seem nervous.
Yeah, don't get no
While your
respect.
friend
That's
is
not a
upstairs,
problem. Don't get no respect.
Please
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
down and help yourselves to whatever you want. Make
You can
yourselves
have
at home.
whatever you like.
Do you have
Let's
any
get outta
Dr.
here.
Pepper?
No, only Mr. Pibb.
Hey, grenadine.
Our young
Booze.
friend has walked into a trap.
Yeah, and Count Waldrock said to make ourselves at home.
No shit,
Wait.
if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die drunk.
Sylvia. Sylvia.
Oh, you shouldn't have come.
Hairstyle number 3.
Please go away.
And
Oh,
you.
wait, I need to change my last name to Plath.
I must remain here.
I
But
must
you
main
love me,
here.
Sylvia. You still love me. I know that.
I never did. What are you talking about?
It's not important
I was marrying you because you're a doctor,
Why
not because
not?
I like you.
because it can never be. I now know the horrible truth about my family.
She knows the
Don't believe
horrible.
all
The
those
horrible
She
tooth.
non does
Only
it.
trying
The
to keep us
tooth. The
apart.
tooth.
Why deny the evidence?
Yeah.
I'm bound
It's
to
just so horrible.
Has she been drunk the whole filming? Is that why she can't pronounce
Fill your head
anything?
with
Excellent
ridiculous
idea for
fears just so
making
they
it
can
through.
Do what they want.
It's like he had to kill the A&W root bearer to make that costume.
I'm thinking that coat's going to turn up on the other
Go
guy.
away. Go away.
I think they shaved Dr. Horrormaker to make that coat, actually.
Why make it more difficult
Just his back hair.
than it is already?
Nice job of rescuing there, Doc.
My hero.
Where is the Count?
I don't know, he didn't say.
He's probably down in the cellar. You can either go this way.
We're just ignoring the table of skulls back there.
They either go down or up. They all go to the cellar.
Can't you see I'm drinking?
Stay here.
There's still 4 bottles.
He's a little crazy.
Stay here, drink with me if I'm not. It's not a problem if I'm drinking with
You should
friends.
be convinced by now of your failure. The only intelligent thing you can do is to leave.
Then I'll take Sylvia with me.
Against her wishes.
Tell her this is all a pack of lies. If you don't,
Not even you.
Ooh, way to pick up a
stupid farce
cue.
has gone on long enough. I agree.
Cut out that chop.
Unhand the master.
I want to find that spot from the 70s where you hit a guy in the shoulder and he just goes right
did
out.
you see that, Doctor?
Woohoo.
Wow. What a figure.
Can't you see that she's not alive? She's a walking corpse.
Huh? Come on, you're kidding.
Wait.
I bet you wish you were half as
That's
alive as she is.
Obviously not a deal breaker.
Aren't you cold in that flimsy dress?
What?
I mean, aren't you afraid of catching a cold?
The coldness of the grave is in my veins.
Come on. now.
Let a hot-blooded Italian warm you up, huh?
I need fresh, warm
Here it comes.
blood.
Will mine do?
Oh,
Is it
God.
very warm?
I'm Italian.
Ah,
Can't you see by me talking with my hands?
Get all to Glinka.
To the last drop.
Glinka makes this movie for me.
He's wearing FHS colors.
Wasn't he completely terrified of vampires not that long ago?
You're tickling me.
But I'm a vampire.
Oh, I love exotic women.
Oh, do you really?
If you want me to prove it, why don't you come along with me to Rome?
Oh, yes.
Well, that was a nice little
and a
cul-de-sac.
true love blomances.
Romances? Bromances?
Blossoms.
It's the world's flimsiest chain.
So apparently...
Like, this
They
is...
tied him up with bathtub chains.
this dude's no Arnold Schwarzenegger, but even he could probably bust those chains.
If you're going to kill me, do it now.
It's like his chest is wearing a merkin.
You might like to know the meaning of your death. I think it's now time.
And I'm just enjoying the
to
view.
learn what I have in mind.
Guys, I think you have this whole crucifix thing mixed up a bit.
And yourself.
I think an explanation might help us.
That's the
both.
jazz hands
Just
crucifix.
imagine what would happen if my niece Sylvia should appear before a
Did
group
you
of
wax my nipples? What did...
declaring herself to be a vampire and saying that she killed you in order to drink your blood.
Yeah.
I'm over 100 years old.
Oh, I believe that.
What would happen?
This is where I pretend to steer a ship.
Would be pronounced insane and irresponsible.
So had they not
Believe me,
invented
I'm
weightlifting
sorry
at
to
that
have to
point?
involve you in my plans, but you are quite
Actor finds out he's going to do a
obstinate.
shirtless scene. He doesn't do
I think
anything to
that's been
prepare.
But all this doesn't explain how Berta came back.
That's easy.
I love how there's always like aquarium lighting on him too. Eh?
It was signed by Dr. Horbiger, who is always under the influence
Who is always digging the whores.
so that he imagined seeing bats and vampires all around him.
But how did Berta get out of her grave?
The crypt in the castle is connected by tunnels to the cemetery. Very useful.
Wait, didn't he
in times
see her get out of her grave?
I think she just lifted the lid
Yeah, she
Sylvia is so
lifted the
much
styrofoam lid and got
with
out.
her head.
Nothing would be more natural than that it should be she and only she who really introduces you to a different life.
Shut up. Just
Wait,
I'm
what?
tired of that
One
face.
which is without the reality of death.
Tell me honestly.
Believe him, Sylvia. He's lied to you.
One full of swingers and
Your
whips.
hour has come, Sylvia. Obey. You are now going to unite your life to this man forever.
I mean, if
Go.
you say so.
Go and sink your teeth into his
No, he
mouth.
just had to make a joke about the vampire.
Dun, dun, dun,
Wake up,
dun.
Sylvia.
Dear God.
I'm more afraid of marriage than
Do it
death.
now.
You're much more imposing than him.
No, Sylvia, no. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Ew, he's all oily. He's got a soccer player body.
Bite.
Did you take his shirt off for you or for me?
So bite him where?
With what fangs?
Yeah. This is a confusing mythology.
Be
She's got a-
gentle with me.
She's got a plan. She's got a plan. Oh no, she's just gonna turn into a vampire.
None of it is true.
Grinka!
Not to interfere. Berta, take her away.
Gypsies,
Don't
tramps, and
dare touch
thieves.
me.
Berta, go have a kind of hot catfight with her for the film.
Oh yeah.
Go on, Berta.
I was only pretending. It's the only way we can save ourselves.
Somehow.
If only we could save
You're
this.
filming the
movie.
wrong thing. There you go. Thank you.
Good Lord.
Ooh.
No.
Is there hazard pay for this scene? Because I think she has a concussion. Vampire, dive! Yeah!
I think he's
My,
distracted.
yes.
Once and for all, I really have to decide on my orientation.
And they've got 4 great reasons why.
Say what you want. This would be a great addition to the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Just vampire nightgown wrestling.
Oh, you didn't watch enough wrestling in the Attitude Era, clearly. Are you a vampire or Frankenstein's monster? Why are you backing away from the fire?
They're going to bring out silver bullets next. It's just a mess.
Oh, this dress, it's very flammable.
This makeup is very flammable.
Oh, boy.
Thunk.
What cat-like grace she has.
I'm betting on was it Trinka? Grinka.
Glinka.
Glinka.
His face.
Frau Glinka.
Ooh.
Oh, good lord.
Put a skateboard under her butt. Look at that.
Jeez.
That's enough.
Creeper.
That's enough.
Be honest, Ayla, is that the worst thing
You're
you
right.
could do in
It
a
is
girl
enough.
fight? Is pull her hair and drag her by it?
Drag her by her hair.
Right in the mummy, daddy.
Boy, that would have been terrifying if we'd seen what it was.
All right.
Wait, did I just win?
They kind of waved a torch at him. I mean... And then the painting looked on disapprovingly.
Now it's on fire.
Okay.
The Catholic Church had me believing this would be way harder to kill a vampire.
No kidding.
Right?
There were prayers involved and an exorcist and...
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, dude, I know a good dermatologist.
Black Plague.
Ew.
It's your fun makeup kit from Roth's.
This is what happens when you don't drink your Ovaltine.
Boy.
Must have opened the Ark of the Covenant.
That's what Donald Trump looks like when he takes off all his makeup.
Moisturize me.
Huh.
This painting brought to you by the Crypt Keeper.
Hello, boys and ghouls. I seem to be on fire. Would you call me hot?
You know, you don't need to use the first paper mache skull that you make. You could try again.
They probably had a few.
You think?
Yeah.
So
Don't smoke, kids.
So everyone's on fire now. And once again, the Manos Hands of Fate Orchestra.
A bongo every time, at least one.
I think there's a lot of bongo players in Hollywood in those days. They just wandered the streets.
I learned how to French inhale at a sleepover party once.
Hollywood, really?
Oh, God.
What's the Italian version of Bollywood?
Melanie Wood?
Yeah, I'll go with it.
I won't be able to eat something. I'm on a plane taking off for Rome.
For rum?
One word out of like two.
Jamaica.
Shaft, ladies and gentlemen.
Leather trench coat.
His hair is made out of the same thing as his coat.
So long, friend.
Booga, booga, booga.
Ooh.
Silly man, castles can't talk.
She's touching my personhood.
Since my sister no longer needs me, I would like to go to Rome with you. Do you think I would be a success there?
I've got two of these.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. He should really stay there because he'd do a lot better than the first vampire.
Now he's just a horn dog with fangs.
Yeah, he is.